fetuses. Birth. That should tell you all you need to know here, folks. To me, we don't want us breeding no more. It seems like we are not a sustainable type of people to support anymore. As you can see behind us, folks, this funded movement behind us, all these people, they can come out, chant their years alone from the river to the sea. But as time has went by, you've seen they've been changing their tactics. So these are all being orchestrated properly, folks. So when it comes to our movement here, I'm putting myself in front of any authorities for every single one of yours in every peaceful protest that's happening all across this great province that we know as Northern Ireland or Ulster. Folks, and today we need a strong movement going forward. This is where I come in. I'm running a page on Facebook. It's called the Great Province-Wide Protests. I single-handedly have been behind the push for all these local community protests that have only started happening recently. But I've been going on about this for a year, folks. We are at a time where we need to strengthen our communities. There's an old saying to get your house in order. I'm telling you all now, to get your communities in order. Since the violence has stopped at these protests, we've had different protests popping up that aren't apparently related to any political kind of movement. We set up at Stormont, or in that fraudulent building there, City Hall. Set up at Stormont to label all us as racists, as homophobes. Last time I checked, there was only two genders. Am I wrong? The last time I checked, we lived in a Christian nation, did we not? I'm all for freedom of religion, but I am not for any religion now being forced down our throats. After centuries, covenant drilled into us, folks. I'll leave you at this. The same message flying to everyone. I am pushing protests peacefully, taking every community. It's the only way we can do this. Violence is going to sink us. As you can see, they only want to call us racists and violent thugs. As the time we rose up and showed that we are anything but. Ulster says no! Lindsay! Here we go, here we go. You're what?
Sorry.
The speakers are here, they're set up to talk.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Right, folks, like I said, you need to get on my page and follow me now. This is a Discord here, and what we're doing in this country. You're being led up the garden path by this one. Yes. You need to get on side with me. I will show you how to peacefully protest lawfully. It's within your Bill of Rights, your Constitution. Next week, I'll be sending off a petition to the King. I want you all to get on board with me. If the King refuses to step in and protect us against the tyrannical government, we have only option to protect ourselves. Folks, just give us a wee second here. We know we're speaking.
I'm just going to move away here, please, so move the speakers away from the noise from Tyler.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Is this Lindsay? Do you need this trolley? I think the guys need it. Just try it in the middle.
Right, guys, think about route up. Guys, get through here with the blue t-shirt. Hold on, folks, 2 seconds.
No, not like my hand.
I get in between.
I'm going to go down.
Oh my. Let all stand. Hold on, folks. No bother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They're on Facebook.
Oh,
On my own.
the group and link tag me in it on my own Facebook too. Alright. Hold on, folks. You can lean on my shoulder if you want, like.
I'll sit on his shoulders.
Testing 1, 2.
Lovely day for it, man.
Yeah, you can keep one left and right, and maybe you can see Hello, everybody. I'm hoping you can all hear me. So, guys, just to make something clear before I start, I am not here to be against people on the other side. I understand that they're here against us, but I truly don't believe us having a negative energy coming out to be against people is the way forward. I believe we need to build our communities, we need to build ourselves stronger, and we need to build the communities that we want, not go against people. So anyway, hello and welcome to the Time to Rise movement. First off, I want to say how much do we all miss our Orla here today? Unfortunately, she's not going to make it, guys. You've probably all heard that she's just not feeling the best, but she's with us in spirit, and we're super excited to have her back in a few weeks. So guys, we could call it refugee, we can call it asylum, we can call it immigration. The facts are still the facts. They are upping the risk to our women, children and vulnerable by bringing people into this country. Just because they use the terminology refugee does not all of a sudden mean that all those men are good men, right? They can still be a refugee or a asylum seeker and be a bad person. We need to know who is in our country, and we need to become strong together. You know, like I say, give it those titles: refugee, asylum, immigration. That didn't stop the alleged sexual assault in the chimney corner where they're all being housed. It didn't stop them fighting amongst themselves within the chimney corner where they've all been given food and a roof over their head. It didn't stop a near kidnapping in Portadown of a 3 or 4 year old child who still hasn't, the alleged kidnapper is still in our streets. Calling them refugees, asylum seekers or immigration didn't stop the serious assaults that have happened in Ballymena in these last few weeks. And shout out to Ballymena right now, guys, that was some protest. Calling them asylum seekers didn't stop the rape of a young boy in our Belfast city centre. Calling them asylum seekers does not stop them making videos. And I know everybody here will have seen a video from these men telling us that they are here to take over our country. They are literally telling us every day on video, and people still won't listen. That part I seriously can't get my head around. So, the PSNI in a meeting I was at up the Shankill told me that they've no resources. Hello? There's some of them down there telling people not to come our way. They're over there protecting them lot. There's paddy wagons all over the shop here, right? Yes. So they've no resources. Well, how come they called at my house last week to give me a letter about today? How come they called at Orla's house last week to give her the exact same letter? Then they had resources to speak to her on the phone. Then they had resources to send themselves back out to our homes yesterday. Guess what? To give us the same letter again. But these are people that have no resources. Catch a grip of yourselves, lads. They've no resources for the chimney corner when there was an alleged sexual assault. They've no resources to help a woman who was followed home from the chimney corner. But yet they had resources to send up a load of meat wagons to the chimney corner the other night for a peaceful movement, a peaceful get-together from communities who done nothing wrong. They had about 6 paddy wagons to move people off a white line protest. Again, catch a grip, guys. Then we see a report in the Irish News there. Yours truly in the picture. God. And they're saying something about how they needed more police officers than there was actual protesters. God. They've no resources to help our women and children and elderly. But they've resources to go into the schools of Ballymena and tell those young kids that their parents could be taken to some sort of child abuse court if these kids didn't hand over their phones to prove that they were not involved in any riots. So now they're coming after the mothers to try and take the kids away. No resources to protect them, but resources to remove these children from their loving families. Then we've got our good old councillors and our MLAs. They're just blaming Westminster. It's all Westminster's fault. Okay, well, what are you doing? Are you over in Westminster sitting there every day demanding that our Northern Ireland is looked after? Or are you just moaning about it? Are you looking into contracts with Uber Eats and whatever you call those other, what's the other one called? Delivery and all the rest of them? Are you looking into whatever it is, legislation or some sort of laws around why these guys can get jobs, come to people's doors and rape people in their own homes? Are you looking into that? No. Oh, that's right, you'd rather sit and blame mayors. It's all mayors association fault they're housing them. Well, what are you doing to stop it, MLAs? What contracts are you putting in place to stop this? I am sick to the back teeth of listening to these councillors and MLAs telling us that their hands are tied. If your hands are tied, what's the fucking point in you then? Why are the council, we've just discussed the PSNI and how daft they are managing them own sales. Well, what's the councillors and the MLAs doing? Are they they getting into the police headquarters and helping them manage things better? No, they're not. These people are against us. They're not coming to save us. And we need to rise ourselves. We're sick of listening to them and tell us what they can't do. So guys, what can we do? What can we do to build our communities into safer, more prosperous places for our future generations? Well, let's talk about some. You know, guys, up at the Coors Corner the other night, I think this wee guy was about 18, and he come up and he says to me, "You know my dad?" I was like, brilliant. I says, "Not only do I know your dad," I says, "but I know your aunties. I know your nanny and granda. I know your great granny. I know your whole freaking family." Well, that's what we need in our communities. Back to when it was the 80s and the 90s and it was a proper community. You know, it brought back a memory for me. I used to go into his granny and granda used to go out one night a week. We used to go into their house, and we didn't even know what a toasty machine was, right? So I was able to try my first toasty cheese and have toasty. These are the type of just normal childhood memories of being part of something that I want our future generations to remember. Woo! So guys, let's start remembering our local identity, our core values, that warm feeling that you get walking around your own estate and everybody knowing you, calling in and out of your neighbours' houses and feeling part of something. I believe in the 80s and the 90s, people had a purpose. They had something to fight for. Well, guys, this is the biggest fight this country has and the whole West has ever come across. And we need to be as strong mentally and physically. So, instead of coming to these type of things to be against somebody, let's come to these type of things and be for each other. We're going to have another couple of speakers coming up, guys. And then after that, spend a bit of time getting to know each other. How can we help and serve each other? What about, is there any men out there or women that could show our young women and children some self-defense classes? What about our men out there? Seen in England, there's a new organisation called SHIELD. It's bikers coming together. They're going to patrol the streets. Let's get our men out patrolling the streets. Have we any gym owners? Any gym owners? Can you offer some discount maybe to people in your community that want to get stronger? What about our mindset mentors? I'm happy to help people to get mentally stronger. Is there anybody else, guys? We need to do this as a community. Getting strong is our only way forward. What about home education? Our kids are being taught nonsense in these schools. Maybe we need to get a community together and start our own education system. What about being out in nature? Let's get a way day sorted. Let's all get together. Let's get these kids and ourselves, take a bit of responsibility, get off our phones and start building the life that we want. It's time to rise, guys, and we need to do it today. Thank you. I love it. So guys, lastly, the women. Oh my goodness, girls, the banter, the crack I've had with the women around these protests the last couple of nights has been insane. I have never been prouder to be an Iron woman. Well done all. And I of course will not leave our men out. Guys, you men have looked after me all my life. And let me tell you, I've got into a few scraps that I needed help with, believe you me. I want you to stand up and continue to look after your communities. Continue to look after the kids and the women and vulnerable within your communities. So get those patrols sorted out. We need our strong men and our amazing strong women. lovely Tony Mallon up to share a few words. I've really got to know Tony over this last few months, and he's doing some absolute amazing work. Has really cracked an idea. We actually build things rather than turn other people down. So I'm very excited. Tony Mallon from NI People.
Hello Belfast, well done here. Thanks for coming out today, everybody. You're doing your communities proud, and I can be proud to be part of this community. Orange and green, all forgot about. That's what they concentrate on, is the division. We're concentrating on what brings us together. And what brings us together is common sense. Okay, and it's not far right, and it's not racist to be looking common sense controlled migration. And I don't care if it's a Labour Party or Conservative Party, they've let the people down. And the people, time and time again, are saying we want controlled immigration. The statistics don't lie. 3% of the population in England, you're 100% more likely to have a miscarriage. You're a hell of a lot more likely to have grooming gangs. They're being forced, Labour Party being forced against their own will to have a grooming gang inquiry. That's because of the power of the people. You have a voice. Let's hear your voice here. And it's not racism that call out the statistics. We're calling out culture. There's a cultural difference, not a race difference, a cultural difference, okay? Now, what I'm looking for is immigration reform. People coming in the country with only skills that are needed. They should be put in communities where the rents aren't already ridiculous and people's house prices aren't ridiculous. The Alliance Party over there, the latte drinking, tofu eating, they're the ones looking all these people put into the working class communities. The working class communities are the ones that have to suffer. Let's put them in the balloon road. Let's put them in their area. You have people like Stephen Nolan who was here today. Sit and watch him. He went to Ballymena the other day saying people are censoring themselves. Nobody's going to talk to me. I spoke to him today. I seen him outside McDonald's, funny enough. And I approached him, I said, I've been trying to get on your show for 4 years. 4 years. Why won't you have me on? Oh, write me an email, he says. His producers know me by name. He would rather fight with Susan on Facebook and bully him than speak to Tony Mallon. I know I won't put up the bullies. I know my subject matter. He will not bully us. Now, what happened in Ballymena, I have to say, I don't agree with. But what I will say is, it's called reactive abuse. Okay? Yep. Reactive abuse, anybody who's been in a narcissistic relationship will tell you, you get driven and driven and driven until you crack, and then they're the victims. You have the Green Party over there, you have People Before Profit, you have SDLP, I mentioned the Alliance Party. I've reached out to every single one of them. I've reached out to William Crawley as well. I said, you're going to create a far right in this country and let you actually communicate and talk and find out what the real issues are with the people. They won't listen, they're gaslighting. These engineers and doctors are coming over, fleeing their wives and children, fleeing war-torn countries like France. They come here to get the free hotels while the Irish, British and Northern Irish are on the streets. They're getting the free phones, they're getting looked after while there's a housing crisis here, a cost of living crisis. Enough is enough. What we need is proper immigration reform where anybody coming in the country must do a course where they can integrate into society. They have to have basic English and maths, and anybody with a criminal record needs to be deported. Anybody who commits a crime needs to be deported. Any paedophiles, rapists, murderers, I'm looking chemical castrations and the death penalty. And I have to say, there's some wonderful people in this crowd, and they're part of paedophile hunting groups. We have our own paedophiles in our own country, and they dealt with the same. So I don't care, black, brown, blue, purple, pink, whatever colour the rainbow, they all need to treat it exactly the same. Chemical castration, death penalty. That is proper immigration reform, and nobody can say anything about race. Okay? Now, what I will say, Lindsay and Orla have done an absolutely amazing job here, and I'm really proud to be standing here supporting what they're doing. And Lindsay did mention I'm more about solutions than I am about talking about problems. Anybody can cheaply go on Facebook, do a video and talk about the problems. I stopped watching the news 4 years ago. I'm not going to listen to problems, even from our side now. Let's focus on the solutions. So the solutions, she is right. Westminster is the one that has the power. Okay, now reform, whoever you might think, you may agree and you may not. It's going to take, I think, at least 2 election cycles. So that's why MI people, we want devolved powers here, because we want the people here to look after themselves. Yep. People from England, Scotland, Wales, they don't care about the Northern Irish as much as the Northern Irish care. Yep. What I'm involved in as well, we've a brand new political party, cross community. We're like the Alliance Party but with common sense. Working class people. We've also set up charities as well. There's a great woman here with me, Dee. She does a hell of a tremendous lot of work. We have land given us in Newry, we've got land given us in Belfast, and we've got land given us in Oma. And what we're doing there is we're teaching the kids how to grow their own. We've got mental health retreats. We're taking people to the shooting ranges, archery ranges, all these things. So we're not just talking like some people online, we're actually doing, and that's the difference. And what we need is that they empower the community, to give them the strength and teach them the skills that we need. Because believe you me, if you've seen what's happening in Southern Ireland, you've seen what's happening in England, it's coming. Okay? Now, we're not against legal migration. There's 4 or 5 members in our party that are actually legal migrants, and 2 of them have actually donated land to us. They're the type of people that contribute to society. They're the people that we want. Legal people, peaceful people, people that respect our culture. One of the ladies is going to speak actually shortly. Follow you call it. So this isn't an anti-immigration. This is an anti-illegal migration. This is pro-legal immigration reform. That's what we want, and that's our focus, and that's what we need to put forward to the people. All right. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you.
Brilliant, Tony. More positive solutions, guys. That's the only way forward with this. I give you my word that I truly believe that from my heart. We have to move forward positively, stronger than we've ever been before. And we are strong. Guys, I want to welcome up the lovely Valerie. Hey, guess what? She's an immigrant. Oh my goodness!
Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm not as loud as they are. I wish I was. I have my notes, and hopefully you guys understand me. First, I want to say thank you to Lindsay and Orla, even though she's not here, for allowing me to speak to you guys. Like that? Yep. Okay. Sorry. Gotta put my glasses on. As you can tell from my accent, I'm not from here, and my name's Valerie Little. I'm an immigrant. I'm gonna read, okay? I'm an immigrant I'm an immigrant to Northern Ireland, not from here. Sorry. My husband was from here. I came from a long line of immigrants, maybe not here, but over in America. I'm 100% born and bred American. My ethnicity is Mediterranean and Middle Eastern descent. Yet here I am, welcomed by all of you. And thank you for helping me to feel so welcome. I say this to you so that those who don't know me can begin, so that you can begin to know me. Before I go any further, I just want to be clear. I'm not here to spread any hate or stir up any unrest. I'm not a racist. I'm not far right or far left or any direction for that matter, nor am I fascist. I'm just super nervous. I am just me, Valerie. I'm a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, a friend. I'm a crafter, a creator, a gardener. I'm just a regular person. When I wanted to move to a different state from California, my husband, who's from here, he said no, he likes California. If I go anywhere, I'm going back home. So that's what we did. We moved back to Belfast. When we began the arduous application process to get my visa to come and live here, it took many months. It was expensive, it was very intrusive, and at times it was confusing, but it was well worth it. The reason we're coming together is not to point fingers at others, but to bring to light that uncontrolled immigration does not work. That yes, legal immigration is possible and welcomed when you go about it through the proper channels. When it is done in a way that the Native community is not overwhelmed, when it is not sacrificing their limited resources, when they are not made to feel that they are bad people for speaking up for themselves. Think of it this way. Would you just show up at someone's door, suitcases in hand, and say, here I am, I'm moving into your house. Barge right in and take over the house. Make new rules to suit themselves, saying, I expect you to take care of me whether you like it or not. If you want to live here, ask permission, receive permission, and when you are here, don't try to force the the people who are born and bred here, to change their lives to suit you. If the culture here is not akin to your liking, then please feel free to find a place to live that better suits you. You are a guest, never forget that. I am an example of how controlled immigration can work. By following the immigration process provided by the UK government, it gives the country control over who is here, how many can enter, and at a reasonable rate. This gives everyone else peace of mind. My husband said to speak from the heart. Well done, so, I just want to
Well done.
When I first came here 6 years ago, and it felt like I was coming home. It felt like the California I grew up in. People stopped to talk to you. People helped you. People included you in their lives. I don't feel that anymore. I feel like this strange thing is happening, and I don't feel safe where I used to feel safe just walking any time of the day or night. It's going. I don't know what's happening. But I just want to say, stay strong, stay together. And I think there's more people who feel the same way, but just need that encouragement to speak up.
So I just want to say again, thank you so much. That is brave for a woman to come up here and share a story like that. Valerie, you are amazing. Well done. We appreciate you. And you know, that's going to inspire a lot of other immigrants that are here that are feeling this also. So listen guys, like I said when I was talking about, I don't know what time it is. What time is it? 5 to 3. So we do have a little bit more time here guys, and I want you to spend it getting to know each other. Like I said, is there any strong men out there who can teach self-defense? Let's get this organised. Let's get those gyms. There's plenty of ways gyms open nowadays. What can they do? We have to build a community together. We have to serve each other. Nobody's coming to save us. It really is time to rise now, guys. This is not joking matter anymore. Every single day we're hearing these reports of our women, children and vulnerable getting hurt in some way, shape or form. You know, I shared at the chimney corner that a guy's waiting on a kidney transplant, but he was kicked out of his house because they needed to move immigrants in for the landlords. There, he's not going to get his kidney transplant now. It's long enough on the waiting list without that. Let's get mentally, physically as strong as we have. We are the toughest country in the world, and I don't care what anybody says. We are. And I'm telling you now, those women that I'm speaking to flipping scare me a wee bit, so I would literally watch out the rest of the world. But guys, let's spend time now seeing how we can serve each other, chatting, getting into community meetings, thinking about all nature things that we can do to make us strong. This is the biggest fight of our lives, and I know we are all here for it. Thank you all so much. Sorry guys. Sorry guys, I meant to mention the women in Ballymena. Sorry for letting us all go. The women in Ballymena are out on the street. They've got a march or event on at 7 p.m. tomorrow tomorrow night in Ballymena. So if you're a woman here and you can go and support them, please do so. Also, I know Dublin has a march on tomorrow as well. You know, feel free to support those guys as well. Yeah, I think that's it.
Life 360, anybody can download it onto their phone. It's a tracking app. It's for their kids and all their people.
And guys, people just let me know about an app called Life 360, which if you want to put it onto your kids' phones, then you'll know where they are at all times. And I just want to go over one more thing. Lads, get out patrolling the estates. If they won't put a border, right, they won't put a border on our country. Well then let's put a border on our estates. I don't know if that's legal or not yet, but just know what I mean by that, right? You just know what I mean. Let's get the men out there looking after our kids and our women. Thank you so much.
Alright folks, I'm going to end this here now. Thank you.